This is Youth Let's Talk. On Youth Let's Talk, we change the narrative. This is Youth.
Hello, thanks for joining us for our first edition, Youth Let's Talk. And on today's edition, we are going to be touching a very sensitive topic. And the topic is the misconception of dating. And we're going to be introducing our guest on today's program after the musical break.
This one is for my army. I'll try to sing for you. Sing, sing, sing.
Yeah, it not gonna do you any harm if you pray for my success. Yeah. But rather, you dey pray make I chop bless. I know say things I'm hard and I know say no be only me God bless. I'm sure the Lord is my witness. So see me as your brother and together we go struggle for progress. And let the devil be hopeless. Together we go stand and divided we go fall for the road, yes. Even before we go notice, we're living in a world full of envy and hate. Yeah. When you fall, that's when the people start to celebrate and jubilate the more cause your budget the grip. Instead to think of how them two can fit elevate. The power of love is something that we honor it. Consequently letting bad influence to dominate. And so a society of hate is what we generate. Wishing bad wishes to our close mates and comrades who should be living normally. Morally we love and harmony, properly. We solve our disputes amicably. And finally, unite the world as one family. And gradually, we see our blessings coming equally. As can I be know?
Your friends them rolling you. The world start hate on you. That's all the world it is. They carry your matter to good cover. Yeah, that's all the world it is. They won't use your case to so cover. No, that's all the world it is. Money soit les paper changer mon frère. Them the worry now worry. Money soit les paper changer mon frère. Them the worry now worry.
Ban mo kunjaji, keep on building your passion and kata. Walk of freedom, a top of prison. And she a responsibility. Them self-bled victim for no reason. Them talk free with the zero probability. I fall down 9 times, pull up 10 times, like it's not fucking shit. Give and take what the people fake. Come here telling me blah blah. Now so this wicked you worry day. So I can only trust my baba. But energy run too far away. I carry ammo of my father. I leke with a son. Bashi then Bashi lo sawara. So when the world calls me an impediment, I just put my head down to he who is not of this world.
Your friends them rolling you. The world start hate on you. So the world it is. They carry your matter to good cover. Yeah, so the world it is. They won't use your case to so cover. So the world it is. Money soit les paper changer mon frère. Them the worry now worry. Money soit les paper changer mon frère. Them the worry now worry.
Je m'appelle Vivi. Them carry you for hard, oh. Showing fake love for Facebook. Nobody right for the matter. So forgive my brother.
Welcome back from that break. We are going to be meeting a very interesting guest on today's program. His name is Bertrand Shintum Tumye. Hello, Bertrand.
Good afternoon, Mr. Atigi Samuel.
Good afternoon. Nice to meet you.
Greetings, Atigi Samuel, and greetings to all the viewers of Youth Let's Talk.
We are here to talk about the misconception of dating. So, what is your own take, Bertrand?
Thank you very much, Atigi Samuel, for this opportunity to talk on the misconception of dating. You know, dating is what is trending amongst young people now in our country. And it's very timely for us to discuss on such a topic. According to me, dating is a period in a relationship, especially a romantic relationship, that two people create time to know themselves, to know the compatibility of the other partners. If there's anything that will not permit them to be together, that's a period for them to come and know, and if there's any amen, they should take it before they go into a lifetime relationship, which is marriage. So it's just a period for, I would say, a trial period before marriage.
So Bertrand, after defining the dating, what are some of the misconceptions you know about dating in Cameroon?
Thank you once more. There are so many misconceptions when it comes to dating, and one of the most renowned misconceptions is this issue of a partner believing that during the period of dating you must give yourself into sex to prove yourself lovable, or to prove that you are in love with the other partner. And one of the misconceptions equally is the issue of pretense. Most at times young people will pretend when they are in a courtship or dating, and only realize the real person in the other partner when they happen to live together as couples in marriage. Also, there is this other misconception of extravagant spending. In order to prove yourself as being worthy to the other partner, you put yourself into trouble by spending more than what you earn, and which at times end up with negative consequences. So those are some of the common challenges and misconceptions that comes with dating.
Thank you very much, Bertrand. But before you go, let's watch the other youths talk to us about their own take on the misconception of dating.
This is Youth Let's Talk.
I'm called Maga Christelle Delimoine, and for my own misconception about dating, I think youths go into dating because they actually want to like revenge when they are hurt. If you are in a relationship with someone you love and you're putting another person, you are stalking another person, leaving that person not to enter another relationship. So revenging on someone else is really bad because it hurts that person and also discourages the person to date as well.
I am Amavo Chris Bonmichi. Misconceptions of dating, I would say one of them would be that people get into relationships for the fun of it. And moreover, these misconceptions will come about only because you got into a relationship without knowing what you want in a relationship and if you want to get into a relationship. So those misconceptions we have to do will be just misunderstanding the whole thing we call dating.
My name is Abdulaziz Abinais. My misconception about dating, actually, I see it as a misplaced priority. Why do I say this? Because I believe every youth out there, be it a woman or a man, you have your priorities. Amongst them is to pursue a bright future, good academic prowess, pursue wealth, things like that. And then going into dating actually distracts you from achieving these kind of things. So actually that's the reason why I view dating as a misplaced priority, because you cannot be running into marriage while you're still 18. I mean, there's a time you're supposed to pursue your academic prowess, pursue economic prosperity, capacity building, skills development, and things like that.
My name is Joseph Fomeko. The misconception about dating is that many people think dating is for, or they try to do internship with it, and some even give themselves to like, not giving themselves to the understanding of what dating is all about. So finally they end up having, for example, sex, having, for example, enmity between even their best friends and all of yes.
This is Youth Let's Talk.
Now you've gotten the views of other youths, and on the studio we have another lady, DM Veronica. Good day.
Good day, Atigi Samuel.
So you know much about dating. I wish to ask you, what is your own misconception about dating?
The misconception that I have about dating is the fact that most youths turn to get into dating and date at least 7 girls or 7 guys in order to be able to choose the correct one from that. But I think at the end of the day, it becomes problematic because having to date this high number of people when you have to choose just one at the end of the day, how does that work? So you discover that at the end of the day, many people are left with hearts that have been broken have been shattered. And another misconception in dating steps in again, getting into relationship in order to get vengeance or in order to pay back what you've been through. You have people who go into relationship because they were hurt in the past, and they are going in because they want to actually hurt other people. Those are the kind of things that have set in on the minds of most youths nowadays, and they go into relationships or go into dating, and at the end of the day abuse this system or abuse this activity which ought to be preserved and followed on the right train. So I think that is what I can say are the misconceptions that youths this day have harbored on their minds and in their hearts.
Thank you very much, Eddie and Veronique. What is your last word to viewers out there?
The last thing I can say, which I think is primordial to youth and to dating, is the fact that youth need to take the right decisions in life in order to have a perfect future. And so if you want to date reasonably and date the person you know you're going to end up with. So if you're dating, date for a purpose and date somebody that you know that you will be proud to last with that person. That is one thing I can say as I end.
Thank you very much for being a guest on today's program.
Thank you, Samuel.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it was nice having you on the program. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Youths Let's Talk.